guys, welcome back. So we had a big Arrow Flash crossover. So that's why this episode is a little late, since I wanted to do both parts of the crossover in one episode. So let's start with Legends of Today, which is the Flash episode. So after a quick recap of what was happening in both shows, the story picks up with Barry running through the city monologuing about how he needs to get faster after he got completely wrecked by Zoom in the previous episode. Caitlin and Harrison talk about how they need to get Barry faster, and he's not getting faster as they should be. And Barry is all like, well, figure something out and do whatever it takes. So Wells is like, well, I might have something. So we then cut to Chip coming into the docks, and the captain is telling a police officer that they had a stowaway. Turns out that it's Vandal Savage, villain in the upcoming spin-off Legends of Tomorrow. Savage kills all the guys just like a boss, while talking about the hunt, and very odd, creepy guy. Kind of remind me of like Dracula. They actually reference Dracula with him later. Hell, he probably was Dracula or something. So Cisco and Kendra are having a date at the coffee shop. They're super cute, but I feel it's kind of bad. We know she's not going to end up with him. There's going to have that little love but she's hot girl. Savage shows up and is going to kill Kendra, calling her by Princess Shiara, I think it was. So Cisco hits the Flash app, I guess. Like, he's apparently got an app on his phone that instantly calls Barry and gives him GPS coordinates of where they are. Like, boom. So Barry shows up and chases Savage away. Well, Savage throws a knife at Cisco and leaves while Barry's saving him. So they take her back to Star Labs after Cisco blabs that it's Barry under the costume. But Barry wants to call up Oliver, since they have more experience with the magic stuff. Cisco's all like, why call Ollie? And he's like, cause we're scientists and he deals with resurrected people and magic all the time. So they all go to Star City. We then cut over to Green Arrow and Speedy and Diggle. I don't know if he actually has a superhero name. I don't honestly follow Arrow as much. So yeah, if he has, I don't know, comment if he has a superhero name. Anyways, they're fighting Damien Dark, the current villain on Arrow. Ollie is about to get killed when they're all saved by the Flash, and probably had one of the best lines in the episode. Speedy asks if she knows that they knew the Flash, which I actually was thinking early before the episode aired, had Barry met Thea at all, like, or since she's become Ollie's partner? I couldn't remember, so I was like, does she know they know the Flash? So they all go back to the Arrow Cave and start talking about Savage and Kendra. Ollie makes things kind of tense, like Ollie does, because he's all, you brought her in, give me information now. I need to know everything. So they all go back to Ollie and Felicity's, and we get some fun interactions with the whole group. Cisco tells Barry that about the vision that he had about Kendra having wings. So, and then boom, Savage. He pops in through the window, starts kicking their asses, like hits Barry on the arm with a knife. But then Ollie manages to tag him twice with arrows, and Thea puts one in him, and he goes over the railing. But of course, his body's gone. So they go back to the place, the Arrow Cave, and we get the man, John Barrowman, returning as Merlin. I love Merlin. He's awesome on Arrow. He's one of my favorite parts of the show. And he gives explanation. He arrives like a boss too, like just ninja. That's all you had to say, ninja. So he tells them that even the League of Shadows don't know who Vandal Savage is. They found one picture of him from like 1960 something, I think it was, and like nobody knows. He's immortal. Just that he's been through all time. So Kendra starts freaking out because lots of changes. So she runs away. Cisco goes after her to try to comfort her, like Cisco. And then she's kidnapped by a winged guy, Hawkman. Da 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 da. So they all start trying to find her, and we get a fight between Hawkman, Flash, and Arrow. Hawkman kicking their asses. This is pretty much just a Barry and Ollie getting their asses kicked episode. Like every fight they got trounced. But then Barry takes him down with his little lightning bolt throw thing. Love that move. He needs to use that one as like an opening a lot of times. So while all that's happening, we cut over to Patty, ending up winning the award for reasons to tell your partner secrets when you're dealing with things like this. She sees Harrison Wells and follows him into the Star Labs and shoots him because thinking he was the evil Wells. So Caitlin's like, call Joe, and but she can't remove the bullet because of pushing on the aortic medical jargon. So she needs Jay to come. She's like, Joe, I need Jay. Get Jay here now. So Joe's like, done. So Jay shows up and they use the formula to give him super speed with the thing he used, and he vibrates through and saves Wells. So that Velocity 6 is going to play in something later. I wouldn't be surprised if like Jay uses it finally and gets his powers back at the end of the season when they beat Zoom, team up, whatever. So back with the main storyline. Hawkman explains that him and Kendra are reincarnations that have been killed over and over by Vandal Savage in order to increase his own power and keep himself alive. And the current score is like 206-0. So, Savage got a batting wreck. Like, he's been knocking him out of the park every couple of years. He tells Kendra that they need to awaken her powers, and the only way to do it is by jumping off a building. The first try doesn't work very well, and Barry has to save her from going splat. So they're like, let's take a break. Merlin tells them that Savage is looking for something called the Staff of Horus, which is conveniently in Central City. So Barry and Ollie go off to fight him, but they're too late because he was already gone by the time they even figured out where the place was. And Savage has the staff, and he just trounces them again, finally blowing up the building after he senses Kendra's awakening, which, over with that, we get a nice little, I'm gonna jump off a building. It's like, it's her and Cisco, and she goes, oh, well, I like you, but whee! But she sprouts wings and flies, so she's fine. But Savage blows up the church they're in, and they barely escape. So the episode ends though with Barry and Ollie in Jitters, and they're getting coffee and they're talking. We have a little joke about the Flash cup, or the coffee that's named Flash. But we see Ollie discover that he may be a baby daddy. That's right. The girl that Ollie's mom paid way back in that one flashback to leave town because Ollie knocked her up. She's got a kid. So so that was the Flash part of the crossover. So now on to the Arrow half. Okay, so this episode is called Legends of Yesterday. It starts with a flashback to ancient Egypt with Hawkman, Hawkgirl, and Savage. It's the actors, but their past life. In present day, everybody arrives at a farmhouse to hide from Savage. We get a nice little joke with, I love the get some good lines. she makes a joke about how a bunch of superheroes in a farmhouse, she thinks she saw a movie like that. So they're all like trying to figure out what to do, and Ollie's being all weird, so Felicity can tell something's up with him. He says it's nothing, and leaves. It's like, I got something gotta take care of. So Hawkman takes Kendra out and is like, check this out. And it's like her armor, helmet, superhero. Just add water. So they start training, and he starts teaching her, but because he's like rage to bring out the wings, and she can't do it. And I don't know. I'm waiting. So Ollie is like stalking this chick and his maybe son, whose name's William. And he like talks to the mom, and she's like, "Oh no, I got pregnant like 2 months after the miscarriage. It's not yours." But Ollie sneaks some fucking hair to hide, from the hat, the kid's baseball cap. So who knows? Ollie's kind of creepy. So Merlin calls him, and he's like, "I've arranged a meeting with Savage between me, you, and Flash." So they all go and meet up for the meeting. Barry is running, and he sees the ghost image of himself when that he saw back when he time traveled before. So probably gonna have some time travel this episode. During the meeting with Savage, we got a bit more exposition dump about what's all going on, and that he's like, "I'm going to destroy both of your cities if you don't hand them over to me now, or in 24 hours. We then go to Barry, or Ollie, going to Barry to see the DNA test, which comes back that it is his kid. Ollie, you are the father. They make a plan to go get Savage and all that. But on the night of the plan, Felicity figures out that Felicity finds out and confronts him the night they're going to go attack. So, he's not right in the head. This plan went horribly. Hiroshima level disaster. Everybody dies except for Barry, who's running, and he goes through back in time to fix it. So he, as soon as he gets back, it's the meeting with Savage. And then once that's done, Ollie and Barry pretty much instantly tells Ollie, "Hey, I'm from the future. We screwed up." So they start working a lot better on this plan. Let's see, it was Ollie's head wasn't in the right place. because he didn't tell Felicity about having a kid, and lied to her when she tried to find out, or call him on it. The tech that Cisco was made to work, let him grab the stuff. And Hawk Girl wings didn't pop out, and she froze. So Oliver goes, trying to make sure that everything works right. He talks to he talks to Cisco about making sure the gloves work, and then he tells him he should go talk to Kendra. So Cisco does. He talks to her, and we get another flashback of the events leading up to Savage killing them for the first time. He catches them in bed, and he's like, "Oh, priestess and a royal can't have sex together, and now I will kill you after I violate her." But he stabs them with like these meteor rock knives. They make reference that it's nth metal, which is Hawkman and Hawkgirl stuff from the comics. I don't even get me started. I don't know anything about those characters really, not except from like Justice League cartoons. But meteors wipe out everything in old Egypt. So from this flashback, they figure out that using this special metal, or this nth metal, will have an effect on the staff. Cisco tells her that she needed to focus on the priest side, not anger. So they go, and the plan goes more smoothly this time. They actually bring Diggle and Speedy and Black Canary. But the gloves work. Hawkgirl gets her wings. Ollie's not Ollie when he's upset. So they like blast Savage with the staff, and he like blows him to dust. Hey, he's dead. Well, obviously not, because Legends of Tomorrow, he's the villain. So Kendra and Carter plan to leave the city, since they're now like, oh, hey, we beat him. We're the first time. We don't know what to do now. Like, he might be reborn, and I don't know. We don't know what happens. We've never beat him before. So they're gonna leave, but Cisco gives her a little pager, I guess, in case they need she needs them. So the episode ends with Ollie lying to Felicity again about the baby daddy stuff. It's just she doesn't know he's lying now. And Merlin collects some of Savage's ashes. And saying that Savage owes them, or owes him a favor, since he's saving. And so I'm sure Merlin knows some way to bring Savage back. So yeah, that was the Legends of Tomorrow setup. I mean, the Flash Arrow crossover. This episode wasn't horrible. I actually really enjoy any time that they do a crossover. I like when the characters jump around but I mean, at the core of it, it was setting up for this spinoff. Just like every episode has been of Flash and Arrow. It's mostly setting up for this spinoff. So Legends of Tomorrow better be awesome. Like, they really, really need this show to be great with the way they're setting it up. Like, I mean, yes, they needed to introduce more of the characters for it. And they did a good job. It was a good setup for Hawkman and Hawkgirl and Savage. I liked the backstory. Like I said, I'm not that familiar with Hawkman and Hawkgirl's backstories. I'm kind of familiar with Savage, and it's not anywhere near that, but I mean, it works, and it's the core character is the same. From my understanding, he doesn't factor into Hawkman and Hawkgirl. So yeah, let's really hope that Legends of Tomorrow turns out as good as they're pumping it. And for the Flash Logs, I am Xander, and we will see you back in a flash.